Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Lisa here, Raw Food for Kids, and thank you for joining me for how to eat for $2 a day for the entire week. I'm doing for two people, Jen and I, 28 bucks. I've spent $25 so far. The video before I just posted showing you what it is that I bought, and now I plan on doing a bunch of videos just showing you different recipes and food prepping for the week based upon what I bought. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how you make instant oatmeal. This is for anyone. If you are the type to buy those little packets of oatmeal, you're paying like 8 times more than making it yourself, and you can make it so easily. So I'm gonna show you how to make instant oatmeal with what I've got. So basically, we're gonna take some oats, all right? And the secret to making instant oatmeal is I'm going to blend up in the blender and make an oat flour. So about 2 cups of this. So this is about 5.5 cups in here. I'm going to take about 2 cups or about half of it, and I'm going to make an oat flour out of it. And that's going to give it that creamy, you get that instant oatmeal. It's all creamy and it tastes so good. It doesn't taste like the stovetop oats that you have to sit there and make. That's the trick. All right, so we're going to take about 2 cups of this. And I got a measure somewhere on here. It doesn't really matter. But this is my recipe, and I make this all the time for myself and for my kids. So I've got 2 cups in here. All right, I'm gonna make an oat flour. So let's do that real quick. It takes all of a minute, not even a minute, a few seconds to get the vitamins. Okay, what was that, 5 seconds? All right, I've got an oat flour, okay? See that? So I got oat flour. I'm going to put in the rest of the oats so you have some texture. All right, the rest of the oats in a bowl. Then to that, I am going to add 5 tablespoons of some brown sugar. You can make it as sweet as you like, but this is what I find that I enjoy. Because I usually top it with, put some raisins in it, or I top it with some fresh banana. So I try to eat as little sugar as possible when I can. I'm going to put 5 tablespoons of sugar. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Then to that, I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So spices, I didn't buy any spices, and I was debating on taking maybe at the end of the challenge like a buck off for spices I have in the house. But I'm assuming that anybody that's going to be, buying weekly groceries already has some sort of salt, pepper, some cumin, some cinnamon, things like that already in the house. That's an investment that, you could buy spices one time for the year and you're good to go. Maybe the ones you use way more often, obviously, you can buy in bulk. But, spices, that's not something you buy every week. So I'm not really, I'm kind of including spices I have in the house in this challenge, but if I have whatever money I have left over, I'll just put that towards that so no one can say, oh, well, you didn't buy, a tablespoon of cinnamon. So I'm putting in a tablespoon of cinnamon. All right, so I've got this 16-ounce can of oats. 2 cups I pureed to oat flour, adding in the rest of the oats, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 5 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. That's your instant oatmeal, people. I'm going to mix this up, all right, to incorporate everything really nicely. And then what I'm going to do is, I usually just put this in a little Tupperware, and then basically the rest of the ratio is you take a 1/2 cup of this mixture, and you do a cup of water. So it's 2 to 1. It's 2 parts liquid to 1 part oats. So if you want 1 cup of oats, you do 2 cups of water. 1/4 cup of oats, a 1/2 cup of water. So a serving size on this is a 1/2 cup. So that's what I'm going to be doing with a cup of water in the mornings for some breakfasts. And you can also, if you want to just make it fun and make it instant, you can just take little snack size Ziploc bags. And so you can go ahead and just measure out. So if you have kids and they make their breakfast in the morning, or a husband or wife or whatever, just want to make things easy, just measure out your stuff in here and put it in a little, a little container in the cabin, and everybody just has to grab one and just pour their water in, just a kettle on the stove. It's that easy. So this is instant oatmeal, And that's the first thing I'm prepping for the week, so I have that ready, and I can use this for cookies. I can use this for to make all kinds of other stuff as well. So it's a good little base. So I hope you like this. Make sure you follow me along. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up for a video if you like it, and to share it, and to follow me on Facebook as well at Raw Food for Kids. I'll post some videos. I'm pretty active on Facebook to answering questions and whatnot too. So take care. Remember to always eat happy foods. Bye.